treasure belongs to Mother Night. The card that represented some sort of power and strength, a weapon of vengeance, a sword of sunlight. That card, um, it it referenced solemn faced and holy vestments. Um, there was the bishop card that referenced a. Oh no, that was the sword, the weapon of vengeance, sword of sunlight. That was the bishop card. There was a pile of treasure beyond a set of amber doors. So keep in mind amber doors. Um, you already found the Vistana searching for her mentor. Um, and then the final card was the card that would lead you to Strahd, which uh, foretold look to great heights and find the beating heart of the castle. So just a quick refresher on I mean, the ultimate goal to escape Barovia would be to get rid of this Curse of Strahd, however that may be. So those are kind of like your overarching goals. There's obviously many other things going on, a lot of diplomacy, a lot of people pleasing, a lot of you do this, I do that. Um, I get it. It's a lot. So, but remember, I mean, everything, any kind of task that you guys do, uh, can net you, experience as well as combat. I'm giving out experience for combat as well. So, um, just keep that in mind as we kind of, I don't think we really discussed what the next step would be, but we do know at the very end of the session last time, uh, the abbot sure as heck raised Dunkel, um, and Dunkel was not speaking. Oh, excuse me. So that is where we left off. The abbot kind of, I mean, he pretty much like presented Dunkel and dipped out. So he's not there anymore. So you guys are there, at the top of the abbey, um, pretty much ready to make the next move. Oh, there was like someone saw a vision last week. Not a vision, but maybe it was Val. Who was it?
Gavin, you're referencing the silver and gold?
Yep, Gavin. Yeah, so Gavin, you saw, paint the radiant burst of light from the pentagram that painted the walls in silver and gold. There were flashes of images like flickering across your mind only. And there was a white-robed woman kneeling before a man with wings as white as the purest snow, who looked a heck of a lot like the abbot. He looked very angelic, very pure, very holy. And he presented her with a silver statuette of a cleric kneeling. And the woman, let's see, she raised like a golden mace above her head, and then she whispered a prayer. And there was a shadowy fortress that kind of appeared above her. And then all of a sudden, the silver statue was sitting alone in the dark in a cold, cold tomb. Silver statuette. And the man was alone on top of a mountaintop, very much like the mountaintop you're on right now. And he's looking at a veil of mist that are blocking his eyes, very much like the mist that Strahd has surrounding Barovia. So yeah, you can assume you passed the check. Like this is kind of like the founding of the abbey that you saw. However you piece that together is up to you, but it's a fun little thing. So yeah, you guys are now looking with you're with Dunkel. The abbot's like stepped away, messing around with his flesh golems. and you guys are free to make the next move. Again, like you've got some things going on in Vallaki. You've got the full moon coming, I think, tomorrow night in game time. That's a pretty important thing as well. I mean, you guys, Dunkel, you were also do not have your werewolf bite anymore as well,
Okay.
from being healed and resurrected so there are no risks of lycanthropy other than Hattie for the full moon, but the full moon marks like the start of the festival of the blazing sun, which the um, Burgomaster in Vallaki very much is looking forward to, as he believes that these festivals are keeping Strahd at bay. He thinks it's making people happy, and people's happiness are deflecting Strahd away. Whether that's true or not, we don't know. But some things to think about. So, potential potential thing going on in Vallaki with the ethereal plane. You know that Lady Wachter still had something that she wanted to ask of you. Um, you know that Isaac is still running amok and needs to be stopped. And then you also know that the Burgomaster of Kresk is missing his son, who is with the werewolves. So, who is a werewolf, which you guys learned. So, that was me word vomiting everything that I could think of to help refresh since it's been a couple weeks. But you guys can definitely make the next move, and I'll do my best to guide you along this journey. I am your Sherpa, and I'll try not to kill you. He's met with silence. Cool.
Esmeralda.
I'm gonna go get
right?
myself sparkling water while you guys chat. I can listen thanks to my headset.
Nice. So Esmeralda's still with us, right?
She is. Yep.
All right.
I take the sparkling water. I have a raspberry peach one currently. And
I got LaCroix Mojito.
Oh.
taste
I don't know if it's gonna be good because LaCroix was $2.50 a case, so I got 4 of them.
yeah,
Got 4 cases for $10. Yeah, it was a no-brainer.
Right. That tropical fruit Waterloo, man, changed everything.
so
for me.
good.
Oh, I didn't get any blue Skittles.
I tried
is-
Waterloo for the first time, and I'm a fan.
So does
Yay.
anyone have anything to say about the game, or
Oh, sorry.
no? That's fine.
yeah.
I was just curious.
I'll look at Dunkel and just be like, are you alright?
I like timidly look up and like shake my head like left and right, and then I like nod, and then I shake my head left and right again.
Can we?
Fair enough, I guess.
Maybe we can get them something to write with.
Oh, anyone gotten like an iPad? I get him a communication device.
I would like to.
That's canon.
I'd like to give him some sheets and a writing utensil. But
Do you have any in your inventory?
I should, since.
Oh, I'm gonna be that guy.
Yeah, no, you're good.
Okay, we're not.
I'm sure somebody has one.
1 second, sorry.
I just have to upload or get to my characters here.
Guess you're gonna have to write in blood.
It's not an option.
I cast Mold Earth. You choose a portion of dirt or stone that you can see within range that fits within a 5-foot cube. You manipulate it in one of the following ways. I am going to choose you cause shapes, colors, or both to appear on the dirt or stone, spelling out words, creating images, or shaping patterns. The changes last for 1 hour.
Nice.
I'm gonna write. I don't quite know yet. Something's off.
Well, yeah, obviously. Your voice is stuck in the ethereal plane. That's what the abbot said. You gotta go get it back.
So should we head back to the ethereal plane?
We can't
And
get
tie
there
it.
without trigger, right?
Yeah.
But even then, that's gonna bring us there all the way in Valaki, not here where we need to be. So we have to have a plan to, like, go there, do his thing, and then get here.
Do we want to finish up anything? Do anything here before we?
We don't got a lot of time before he needs to send us over there, right? Isn't it tonight? We were just gonna blow him off. We
The
can act
ritual?
like we aren't gonna blow him off.
Yeah, he was planning on doing the ritual tonight. If that's what you're talking about.
So we can go there and act like we were definitely gonna help him this whole time. But really, we just go over there and, like, maybe we save Stella and kill his hollow thing, but then also we just get Dunkle's voice.
So maybe we help him, but mostly we help Dunkel.
All right. I mean, he's got to get us back, so we kind of have to help him, I think.
Yeah. Either way, I think that's.
We got to get over there, and he's the only way we got.
Yeah, we should definitely head back.
Sounds good to me.
Let's head back.
Esmeralda, are you coming with us?
Oh. Be a bit foolish not to if you came all this way to recruit me to help you kill Strahd.
All right, fair enough. Gonna go
Lead the
fight a
way.
ghost.
Welcome aboard. Alright,
Nasir might cut out for a second, and it sounded like you said we got to go kill a goat.
We have to go kill a ghost, but we did just kill a goat. Like, not long
Slaughter a
ago.
goat. The greatest of all time.
a Warren?
Stop. Okay, cool. You guys exit the Abbey. So you're going to be heading from the village of Kresk to Valaki, correct?
Correct.
Yeah.
So you're looking at about a 4-hour trip, walking at a normal speed.
What time of day is it?
Well, let's see. Gosh. Keeping track of game time is so tough. That's like my next task, is to like figure out a better way to keep track of it, whether it's like a chart or something.
Like first thing in the morning and went to get Dunkle.
I was
That
gonna
the first thing
I
we
was
did.
gonna say it's probably around midday or late morning, because I think that you guys getting Dunkel happened
In the morning.
like the first task of the day.
Yeah.
So let's say 11 o'clock in the morning.
And then tonight is the night of the full moon.
Is it, or
Right.
is it tomorrow night? I
Well,
thought it was
that
tomorrow
might-
night.
Which one?
I remember writing a couple sessions ago that there was one day till the full moon, and we
Oh.
definitely slept. So I'm guessing.
I think,
Full moon.
but that's why, because doesn't he have to do the ritual on the full moon?
Yeah, full moon's tonight then. So,
We told him we might be busy.
But also, nobody's infected, or not infected. Nobody has lycanthropy besides Hattie, right?
bro.
So
Yes, sir.
it's fine. We'll cross the Hattie Bridge when we get there.
We always do.
But yeah, no, to Velaki.
3 Velaki 4.
Can I stop and like ask the Burgomaster if I can take those chains with me? Like the ones
Chains
that stop me?
that are like into the wall.
His like family
Yeah,
heirlooms.
I don't know. Like we were like helpful in
His most prized
that.
possessions. No, I'm just kidding. 'Cause, I mean, like they're in the wall,
They were
like
attached to his home.
cemented in. Yeah, yeah. I mean, they're
Never mind.
cemented in strong enough to stop like a wolf-baned up werewolf from breaking free.
Oh, but they told me they were gonna get me a potion the next morning. I wrote that down.
That's true.
I'm gonna go ask them if they made me a potion.
Better stop by then.
I'm stopping by.
Okay. Yeah, Mrs. Kreskovich, she has a potion for you. Let me find that. Do.
Abby's computer's doing that thing again.
What'd you say to me?
No, I was talking to Alex. Her sister's
Oh.
desktop is very broken for some reason.
Anna, do you have IV down here?
As a matter of fact, I do.
Bless.
Hashtag blessed.
I am finishing up.
That's my ibuprofen.
No, it's not. I bought that at the store. I'm
like-
finishing up sophomore year of
Yeah?
Fantasy High.
Oh, junior year's so good. Sophomore year's also great.
Yeah, but they're getting close to where I can see COVID happened.
I'm more of a JUCO kind of guy.
JUCO,
Yeah,
I can respect it.
yeah. Yeah, you get a potion of Wolfsbane.
Yeah.
It kind of like renders you a little more docile if you anticipate that you will be turning on that night. It kind of suppresses your aggression. We can figure out the mechanics of that when it happens, but the purpose of the potion is, she would give it to someone anticipating that they were going to turn on the on a full moon, and then they would not be strong enough to rip the chains out. However, their son, we anticipate either he didn't take the potion somehow or something was up, whether he didn't take it on purpose or whether he was a mistake, but he ended up not getting the potion, which is why he was strong enough to rip free from the chains and get out and kill his sister and run away. So. Okay, you guys, so you can add that to your inventory. I don't think it's a real item in the game, so
Yeah.
you want to add like a custom item, or you might even be able to just add. I think Wolfsbane itself is probably an item. You can probably just add that to remind yourself.
Yeah.
You make it back to Vallaki. Where do you go first? Upon arrival into Vallaki.
Are we going on
My
Tailspire?
weapon.
I guess. Sure, if you need to look at it. You've never been there before, I know. Alright, go nuts. You're not even in Tailspire.
I'm in. This is waiting on GM.
Not for us. Oh, yeah, it does. Sorry, I didn't see it at the top.
There we go.
Go nuts. Where do you go first when you get to Vallaki? So, I mean,
And stop
reminders.
At the weapon store.
Sorry, go ahead.
I want to just try and stop at the weapon store and get my whatever that Warhammer thing is that we bought.
The Silvered Warhammer.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, who has all of Dunkel's gold that he had?
haven't took it.
That would be me.
Patty, your silvered warhammer is waiting at the shop for you, and it looks pristine. You can go ahead and add it to your inventory.
Yeah. And what do I just put silvered +1. Didn't you say it was like a magical +1?
Yeah, it was a
I wrote
plus
it
one.
down.
It was a plus one, and you definitely, I believe it was a plus one, right?
Yeah, you said it was a +1.
Yeah, it was a
It
plus
wasn't
one,
called
and then you went ahead and
Warhammer,
silvered
it's called
it.
something else. But I wrote it down somewhere. I'll figure it out.
Was it a great axe or warhammer? I can't remember.
It was neither of those things. It was like a weird name for a hammer, like a medieval weapon. No, it's not a glaive. Hang on.
Morning Star.
Nope.
I'm like trying to rack my
Oh,
brain.
here. Laura's magical. Blah 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 blah. Okay. Maul. A +1 maul.
Plus one maul. Okay. Because the maul, I believe it does piercing damage. Find out. Oh, are you considered a small creature?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, gotta be. Alright.
Okay. Maul is bludgeoning damage. I'm gonna say that because you're so strong, Hattie, you're gonna forego the heavy attribute of the maul, which means small creatures have disadvantage on attack rolls with heavy weapons. But so we'll just skip that for now.
wouldn't bother.
'Cause
It was too heavy.
I totally didn't warn you about that. I didn't notice that when we were doing everything. Yeah, it says a heavy weapon size and bulk make it too large for a small creature to use effectively, two-handed. So it is two-handed, by the way.
Yeah, okay.
That's funny. Yeah, you can forego it. Yeah, I would just add a +1 maul, and then like in a custom comment, you can just write silvered.
Okay.
I think you can rename it as Silvered Mall if you'd rather do that.
I'll remember that it has silver.
Other like notable
You can
spots.
There's like, you can hit customize on your weapon, and then you can toggle like a thing that says silvered.
Oh, cool! I didn't know that. They've added so many cool things. Yeah, messing around with like items and pressing custom is very overwhelming to me. So, but you can like, if you want to homebrew things, like you can go in and actually, do a lot. It's just taking the time to do it and figure it out. So you know that there's the St. Andrew's Church. There's the Blue Water Inn, which was kind of home base there for a little bit with Erwin and his wife. There is the Burgomaster's Mansion, where the Spirit Mirror is. This is where Victor is. This is where the Burgomaster is. This is where Isaac hangs out sometimes. Burgomaster and his two hounds. Then there's Wachter House, which is where Fiona and Stella Wachter live, and their kid. And well, Stella is the kid, but Lady Wachter. You haven't met Mr. Wachter, but that's where they live. That's about it in terms of places to pop by. So, whatever you guys want.
Well, what did we need to have before we did Vicar's thing? Just go there and tell them, like, we're ready, even though we're not ready?
Well,
Like, we need to have, like, the names of the hags and stuff, and we've got none of that.
we were supposed to find more out at the refugee camp, correct?
Oh, we already did that. We found out it's Granny. Then,
Mm-hmm.
then she said to go look at more, or to go find the other two.
So
So
would we-
for this one, you guys had gone and talked to Lady Wachter because she knew about the protective circle around Wachter House, which is why Stella was struggling to get out, or sorry, to return to Walker House because the protective circle is up. So Lady Walker dropped that circle. Stella came and kind of like made her presence known, which kind of convinced Lady Walker to help. So she said, so she is indeed okay. So you asked her for help and aid to create like a binding circle to trap the hags in the material plane. So she said she is capable of crafting that. She's out of practice though, so she would need aid from some of her associates because you would need a circle large enough to trap the entire windmill, which you assume the hags are at. There are two such ways for a circle to work. It can keep things out or it can keep things in. To keep the hags from escaping the circle, you will need to secure the true names of any hags within the windmill, including those that are not your primary target. Should even a single hag remain free to escape, it could attack Lady Walker and her associates and bring the entire circle crashing down. And then there's possibly like kidnapped children in the windmill as well. If you remember that story of the guy from the camp that basically sold his kid for more pies. She said to meet her and her associates near the Eastern Morning Gate. Really, it's only been like 2 days in game time, so she's probably hanging out around there.
Yeah, but we still don't have the names of anyone, so...
Nope. We have the name of Granny.
We have
We
Granny.
have Morgantha, yeah.
Right, and that's something you might... Yeah, you have Morgantha, but again,
Is
you
that
don't know
to
if that's
find
her
a
real name.
contract for their names, maybe? That's what I wrote down. There might be a contract somewhere.
I think we have to go to the mill.
We went to the mill,
The
and there was nothing there, remember?
Yeah.
So, Lady Walker like offered to help with that. So,
Oh, so we can go
You're
find
gonna-
her
you-
and find her names?
you might be able to get the names if you go to the window with Lady Walker
Okay, well, let's go find her.
somehow.
Fine, then.
Somehow. Okay, so you go to the gate that she told you to meet you at. She has 4 associates with her. She says, it's been a few days, but we've been popping by every morning to make sure you're coming. Here you are. Wonderful. You see that she has, instead of the dress that she was wearing before, she's now got like a practical pair of pants, flat-soled leather boots, and a chain shirt tucked underneath a forest green tunic. And she's got like a round-headed mace hanging from her belt and a black hooded riding cloak covering the ensemble. And there is a crow like sitting on her shoulder, pawing away. She says, well, team, I introduce you to Andrzej, Boris, Maruna, and Rexandra. None of them really say much, but they're here to help me. Well, shall we be off to the old bone grinder?
Is that the
Right.
mill?
The what?
Oh, that's the nickname we have for it.
Dunkel flinches.
What is the bone grinder?
Oh, the windmill.
Oh, thank goodness.
About
Yes,
a 2-hour trek.
let's be off.
That would get you guys there probably around 5 o'clock ish in the evening. If you make that 2-hour trek. About halfway through the trip, so about 4 o'clock, there is a rustling in the trees above. A gaunt figure with wild hair and bare feet crouches on a thick, gnarled branch above your heads, wearing a tattered gown of stitched animal skins. There's red streaks that run across its cheeks, with two more fang-shaped streaks staining the skin beneath its lips. It stops, it sniffs the air, and laughs like a lunatic. Little songbirds, wandering the dark woods? It asks. It's leering down at you. Lady Wachter steps forward. She kind of puts a hand out as if like, I got this. I am no songbird, child of Yester Hill. You know me and my sign. Do the forest folk demand tolls to travel the Svalich woods? This druidic figure eyes linger on one of the its eyes linger on the crow. It replies, no tolls, dear ones. Mere curiosity. You keep strange company, daughter of Mother Night. Lady Wachter replies, my company is of no concern of yours. Trouble us no more, and tell your master that the house of Wachter remembers its debts. Debts indeed, the druid rasps. But to whom? This one wonders. With a mud-stained grin and a cackle, they vanish into the trees and disappear from sight. Lady Wachter lets out a deep sigh and looks at you all.
What was all that about?
That was a druid of the forest folk. They're a loose society of hermits, and they dwell amidst the Svalich woods and generally shun the civilized settlements. These druids, they treat Yester Hill, which is a hill at the southwest edge of the Brovian Valley. They treat it as a sacred place. They worship Strahd as a deity for his control over the land and weather.
So, these druids are in cahoots with Strahd then?
Well, I don't quite know if they're working with Strahd, but they certainly work for Strahd. They see him as a god, which Strahd would agree. I first encountered and learned of these druids while I was a student of my mentor, Lissa. Lissa, she was a woods witch who dwelled in the swamps of Berez. She was a worshipper of Mother Night, a deity of darkness, trickery, and the occult. I was never able to hear the voice of Mother Night, as Lissa called it. However, I adopted the faith of Ezra soon as returning to Vallaki. Lissa did not take my departure lightly. She was a prideful woman and considered herself, she considered her students her children. A strange obsession with children, and she took my decision to return to Vallaki as a personal betrayal. She has banished me from Berez ever since. I believe they're ruins now. My debt to Strahd arises from his effort to save my ancestor, Lady Lovina Wachter, to save her from death at the hands of the traitor Leo Delisnia centuries ago. When a traitor and assassin named Leo Desilnia murdered Lavina's husband and attempted to kill Lavina as well, Strahd defended her and then hunted Desilnia down to punish him for this treachery. House Wachter has remained loyal to Strahd ever since. So when the rumors say that the Wachter family serves Strahd, it is in that capacity only that there is a blood debt. Many centuries.
Let's see. And
Old.
can I do a quick insight and just double check that? I feel like she's telling the truth.
Sure.
18.
Seems convincing. Seems, I mean, in your mind, why would she tell this story of her family being in debt to Strahd? What purpose was that? How would that benefit her? You feel she's being truthful. You all also remember meeting an individual, not Lissa, but Baba Lissaga in the ruins of Berez, which you think could be similar. You are about
Baba
halfway to
Lasagna?
Old Bone. Baba Lasagna.
We're halfway.
You are about halfway to the windmill. About 4:15 now. You would probably get there around 5:15 if you continued on your way. You do need a little bit of time still to try and get these names and to prepare the binding circle around the windmill. So that seems to be pretty good time for you if you were to get there around now.
Sounds good.
Well, let's continue.
Okay.
I will toss out there though. Sal is feeling uneasy and just wants to be cautious. I'm not saying that he's like actively trying to like spy on other people right now, but he'd just like to keep his eye out.
Well noted. Something really quick. Pulling up a map.
Are you guys like all good after we fought last week? We're about to go fight some ghosts.
I
Yeah.
am not good.
Oh. I was gonna say, I
Didn't we sleep?
No, we did that in the morning.
No, we definitely had. Oh no, you're right. You're right.
The Abathos in the morning, and then we fought all those things.
I'm
I'm fine, but
okay,
I don't know if anyone's got any heals for Val or.
I cast Mold Earth. It says, I wish I could come up with some good berries.
You can't?
I move my bow tie and then just like point at my mouth and like kind of like open it, kind of like reiterating the fact that I can't speak, so I can't come up with these berries.
Yeah. Well, all the more reason to get in there, I guess.
Yeah, true.
Esmeralda got anything? Can you help?
Let me look.
I mean, if we just gotta sit down for like an hour, or like let Val sit down for an hour while we do something, we can at least do that.
I would be open to.
She has 2 potions of greater healing.
Do what?
Would she
Sounds
be
like-
willing to part with one?
You asking me or her?
Her.
What does
Go
it
ahead.
sound like?
Yeah, come on, man.
Esmeralda, do you have any healing for our friend Val here?
Well, got 2 potions of greater healing, but suppose you could have them if you need them. How hurt is he?
She and I don't know. How hurt are you, Val?
I am very hurt. Close to.
She tosses you one.
I run over and try to grab it, and like stop her from drinking it. And I put my hand up, and then I point down at the ground.
What are you doing, Dunkel?
And then I cast Mold Earth, and it says, "I can't heal you again. You're going to need this during a battle. Can't you just rest now?"
You're
That's
right.
fair.
I take it, put it in my pocket. Should we rest for an hour or so?
Yeah, let's take a break.
Oh, that's fine.
I guess before
Your short
we-
rest?
Yeah, before we go into anything. Short rest.
Sure, go nuts. Go ahead and apply. So, are you drinking the potion or not? Because if you're drinking the potion,
No.
that would be a waste. Because you okay?
No.
Gotcha.
No.
Go ahead and do the short rest things.
Yeah, I might as well, right?
What, short rest?
Get the 2 hit points back.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
I cast Mold Earth.
I'm gonna also, oh, sorry. Go ahead.
It says, "Can I have the other potion of greater healing, Esmeralda?"
Make a persuasion check.
Hey, how do I do a short rest on the app?
Oh.
Are you gonna kill me if I don't?
What? What are you asking?
How do I?
I say we split the potion in half.
And then,
15, Taylor.
I'll see them all.
She feels really bad for you, so she just gives it to you.
Okay.
Use them all?
I'm not above that.
All of
Yeah.
them?
It's pity, as long as you recognize it.
Yeah.
How much else do you need? You might as well use one.
Okay.
Is it different than just a potion of healing?
You can use them as you go, Alex. So, like, if you don't
No,
hit
it's a
it.
potion of
That's
greater
true.
healing.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, don't forget to put the potion in your inventory, Alex.
I know.
Does anyone want this shield? I can't hold it anymore with this big hammer.
And I nod.
I'll hand Korag's shield to Dunkel.
Isn't that like a big shield?
Yeah, I was holding it. It was like the size of my body. +2 to your AC though.
How big is it?
Well, Korag was a Goliath, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Can I carry it?
It was just a regular shield though. It wasn't like classified as anything special.
I think at some point, if we go downhill, you try surfing on it.
Sledding, even. Would be
Surfing
fun.
on Korag's shield.
What do I add to the
Sounds like a
inventory?
Beach Boys song.
Or just a standard shield, yeah.
That's what I was going for.
Anna, can you turn the heater off?
That is. Can I get a recording of that?
It is on recording.
Just wait till you hear the soundboard next time.
I cast Mold Earth. It says, Hattie, can you carry my tent?
Sure.
I get rid of one 2-person tent in my inventory.
Okay.
Okay.
Is Tailspire being a pain in the ass? Because it did that thing where it said trying to summon us, but the board isn't specified or something like that.
Oh, really?
It said that like a little bit, like 5. Yeah, it just said that again. The GM tried to summon us, but couldn't find the specified board.
Oh. So what do we do now?
Yeah, that's a good question.
So I have 607 gold. Or, I'm sorry. I have 603 gold and 37 silver. Should I return this to 0?
Kevin does.
Technically, I did take your gold. However, Sal will sheepishly give Dunkel his gold back.
Oh.
With a deep sigh
Yeah.
and a finder's fee taken out.
Just by like patting my pockets and then like looking around like inquisitively.
That sigh was me handing the gold to you.
Thank you. I accept.
I look to the party and I say, see, I was just holding it for him. Holding.
I cast Mold Earth.
Are you here yet?
No, it's
Is it
giving
still
me
not
error,
working?
error again. I can exit and come back.
Can you
It's
try that,
land.
please? 'Cause
Yeah.
I don't know what else to do.
Yes, sir.
It says, how am I supposed to ask someone to marry me if I can't ask anyone anything?
You just asked us a question right now.
I look up with a tear in my eye to Sal,
Oh,
and I nod.
I said, bring it in, bud. And I offer my arms.
I jump right in.
Honestly, I just had the image of a Joey going into its mother's pouch, and I don't really know why that was what I went to, but here we
Okay.
are.
You don't know why either, Kev.
And you're a mercantile. I think it has to do with the snuggie thing you're wearing.
Yeah, you might be right. I did it.
Oh.
I did just have my hands in the center pocket.
Yeah,
So
dude. I
I'm
was
back
there.
in, Taylor, and it took me back to the Abbey.
Not the Abbey.
Oh, I'm here. Oh, it must have been my fault then.
I know.
What in the world is that?
That's Esmeralda.
Is it?
I don't know. I just tried to find like a Vistani looking fighter. There were very limited options for tokens,
Oh.
but that'll be Esmeralda.
Love it.
I
Alright.
like her red key.
Formation with Dunkel. Sal's in the back.
The old Svalich Road transitions here from being a winding path through the Balanok Mountains to a lazy trail that hugs the mountainside as it descends into a fog-filled valley. In the heart of the valley, you see a walled town near the shores. Okay, blah blah. That's Vallaki. Okay, cool. A branch in the road leads west to a promontory atop which is a perched stone windmill. Its warped wooden vanes are stripped bare. The onion-domed edifice leans forward and to one side as though trying to turn away from the stormy gray sky. It's interesting because you didn't see this before as you pass through. Suddenly it has become very real and aware to you. You see gray brick walls and dirt-covered windows on the upper floors. A decrepit wooden platform encircles the windmill above a flimsy doorway leading to the building's interior. Perched on a wooden beam above the door is a raven. It's hopping about, squawking at you, seemingly agitated. It flies away.
Was that the cool raven?
It's just a raven.
Okay.
As you approach the windmill, you guys see, you guys hear from behind you, "Wait! Wait!" You guys turn back. It's Victor.
Great.
He's been running after you this whole time. You guys forgot me. I'm the one that has to do the ritual, remember?
Oh yeah, we totally forgot.
Oops.
Hold on. What's your deception? Roll a deception. You rolled an 18.
Yeah, I'm still not 5. I got a 5.
Okay, you got an 18. He says, "I don't believe you. Can't get rid of me that easy." He comes running up. She,
Because he was just like slamming music.
the lady walked her 4 assistants, Victor, and the lot of you, all kind of gather in a like darkened area of trees beside the road, assembling this like plan of attack here. She says, "Okay, we need to know how many hags reside in the windmill. What do you think?"
Told us 3, right?
Thought it was 3.
3 hags. How do you intend to obtain their names?
We don't know.
Open.
Better think about it.
Is
Just ask them.
there a,
You could certainly ask them. Remember, hags can make deals.
Oh, we just go in there and ask them, tell them
However,
We
there could be a contract with names on it as well. So, if you find that contract, it could have the names on it. And
Yeah,
it
I
sounds like your backup plan is to simply ask. I would love to see how that goes.
we
Additionally, we think there are children within this windmill?
somewhere.
How do you intend on rescuing them?
You got any ideas?
I'll be busy with the binding circle, but I guess that depends on whether you can sneak them out or whether you think that you can slaughter a coven of hags. But there may be some distraction and deception that needs to go on.
Well, I would be willing to help with any of that. I have the ability to use disguise self, and I can also do pre-recorded messages. So, if we need, we could maybe come up with a couple things to leave in places as bait or distractions. Because these items can do a number of different things, like solid image or stationary images and other things like that.
What if you disguised, like, me or Donkel as a kid, and then we went in there because they want to take kids?
Would I need to disguise you? You guys are like 2 feet.
I mean, Granny knows who Donkel is.
You read my mind, Sal.
Uh,
The real question,
What was
Hattie,
that?
is can you act like a kid?
I mean, I'm not good at making anybody believe anything, so probably not.
um, hold on.
I can pretend to be a kid.
Or we could go in there like we need to make a deal, or we could go in there asking like we want them to get us Donkel's voice back. So that's not even a lie.
Doesn't Dunkel have pass without trace?
Ready to do upstairs?
Will Dunkel be able to use it though? Because
Voice.
True.
yeah. So what if we do this? What if we were to go in and try to do a little bit of recon by scoping out the place and being as quiet as possible? Maybe we can find out where the hags are and look for their names while we maybe see if we can rescue the kids somehow, because we don't know how they're locked up. So this could give us a way to observe how they're being captivated, I guess, and then we can either decide how to move forward at that point, or we can come back if the kids are rescuable, so that way we can try to get them out without the hags noticing. But I don't think we should go in guns blazing, personally.
No, we definitely shouldn't try to fight them. But yeah, I mean, worst case scenario, if they find us, we can just act like we came in here looking for a deal.
Right.
Which doesn't even have to be that wrong. Like maybe we want to make one. I don't know.
Well, once the binding circle is raised, how do you intend to combat the hags?
So, We have to get the hags into the binding circle?
That's just so they can't leave. We just need them to stay in there so that we can go get Stella, and then we can come back, and it doesn't matter if they come back out, right?
That's why we have Ricky to do the ritual. No, to get us to the ethereal plane, right?
Right, so we don't even, like, all we need to do is keep them out of it. Right? I don't think we have to kill them, because I don't think that we could kill 3 hags and then go and fight a ghost. Like, there's just no way.
I think that's very true.
So should we go in?
I like the idea of recon. So, I like the idea of going in and scoping out and seeing what we can learn, and then maybe coming up with a game plan afterwards. But it's a good point that we need to figure out what to do with the hags after the binding is done.
I feel like there's not a better solution than to just try to get rid of them. I recognize this may be challenging and tough, but
I mean, isn't it to kill them we gotta find their heartstone? Like, how the fuck are we gonna do that? Is that in here?
Isn't that in the
Or like
windmill?
somewhere in the windmill.
so that would be something that we could look for before setting everything up.
Um,
Victor looks at you all and says, listen, I can help. I can help try to get the kids from the windmill with you. I know a couple spells. I can use my Misty Step, my Fly spell, or my Greater Invisibility spell to assist with the rescue mission. However, according to ethereal entities, the book, hag covens often possess the ability to dispel enchantments while within close proximity of their lair. So once Lady Wachter here gets the binding circle erected, I'm going to need to stay close to protect it with my counterspell.
Alright, so go in, see what we can find. If we find kids, we get them out. If we find a heartstone, we destroy it. If we find hags, we gotta lie to them, right?
I think that's the gist.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Alright, so we're trying to sneak in. Uncle, can you do pass without trace, or can you not do that? Because you can't talk either.
I shake my head no.
Well then, I guess it's the old-fashioned way.
Sal turns up
Is-
the neck portion of his trench coat and pretends to be sneaky.
And I put up my hood.
That's got to be like plus 0.1 to stealth.
The cowl or the hood?
both.
We've only been talking in front of their house very loudly for like 15 minutes. They definitely don't know we're coming.
Outside their house, like, are we going in?
Yeah, just like in the middle of the road, like.
I really think, honestly, like, I think if one of us goes in there pretending to make a deal, then the rest of you guys can sneak in. And they'll be distracted thinking that someone's gonna make a deal with them.
Yeah, but then they
Is
can
there-
only be distracted making a deal for so long.
I mean,
Should
they're gonna know if someone breaks in, though, and then they're gonna be hostile.
should we look for? Is there different ways to get into the windmill? Or some of us? We look for that.
I don't think that. I think that any way that we infiltrate this place, they're going to figure it out.
How do we know that?
Guess we don't.
I turn to Lady Wachter, and Sal says, "Is there any magic that could potentially warn a homeowner of people entering the space?"
That there are alarm spells.
Are there any ways to potentially look out for these alarm spells?
Well, an alarm spell is typically on a door, window, or an area. So, really could be anything. No, not really.
Okay.
I guess a detect magic spell, you could theoretically find abjuration magic. However, I would assume you would have already tripped the alarm if you're casting the ritual spell around the area.
Sure. Makes sense to me. Thank you for the information.
Of course.
So perhaps Val is onto something by maybe wanting to look at other ways of entrance, because if an alarm spell maybe is only going to be used on a door or perhaps an area, it might be better to look for a different way to get in that might not be affected by a spell.
Alright, well, we might as well look.
Yeah. So can we like examine around the house?
Like
kinda?
walk around the.
You guys take some time to walk around the windmill and just check out the exterior?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure, you can do that. Make an investigation check. Sorry. Yeah, just
I can't see.
An 11.
That's good.
It makes me so sad.
15.
You do not see any other entrance.
Hmm.
Front door it is.
So, what's we should have a solid plan when we go in of who does what and where. Or are we just going in and looking around to see what?
I mean, if we're gonna try and do this fast and not get caught, we should probably all split up. And, like,
Oh.
try to get this done quick, because otherwise they're gonna find us. We're gonna be screwed if they find us just sneaking around in there.
Well, we don't know what we're walking into. Like, for all we know, it might just be a giant room with a stairwell.
Yeah, and there's strength in numbers. Sometimes it's not the wisest to split the party.
If we do need to split up, how do we want to split?
Well, we could have one group pose as a distraction, and then one group do some recon and look around.
I cast Mold Earth. It says, I would like to be with the group 60 feet away from the trailer.
I don't think there's a trailer around here, Dunkel, but we'll try to accommodate your request.
I think I'm best suited for the distraction / hide group.
I will go with the recon group.
Oh.
Hattie, you should probably go with me because deception is not your strong suit.
I mean, it's not, but I'm not even trying to deceive her. Like, I'll make a deal if I have to.
You'll make a deal with the hag?
Yeah, we don't know what they can give us.
That's like the one
Yeah.
thing you're not supposed to do.
I don't know who's making these rules here.
It's been explained many times.
We could get Dunkel's voice back that way.
But at what cost?
To get Dunkel's voice back, we would need to sacrifice 2 of our voices.
Correct.
Oh my god, ask them. We don't know.
No, but that's how the hag's deal works. There is no equivalent exchange. It's always in favor of the hag.
I cast Mold Earth, and it says, I would rather be mute and alive.
Good point.
Alright, so...
Alright.
Well, we're only doing a hypothetical right now because, again, we don't know what the inside's gonna look like. It might just be one hallway, so...
Right.
Alright, so if the hags find us, who's talking to them, and what's the story?
I guess we're trying to make a deal.
What deal would we be trying? Hypothetic. Like,
We could say for Dunkel's voice, we could say...
I cast Mold Earth and say, what if I go up and just say I need my voice back?
I mean,
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, I feel like that would be a good plan, because it's not even a lie, so you wouldn't have to lie to them, and then all you have to do is hear them out. You don't have to take their deal.
Alright, so... then Hattie...
And while you're doing that, we can like sneak around.
So Hattie, Dunkel, and Esmeralda can be part of that group that goes and talks to the hags, while the rest of us can sneak in and try to do some looking around.
Alright?
Because if we don't have their names, then we can't get any of this done anyway.
I Mold Earth. How are you going to sneak in?
I put my hood up. Like this, of course.
I'm Old Earth.
Well,
Front door? Question mark.
if we walk in and they're all right there, how are we going around?
Well,
That's what I'm saying. Like, what if we walk in first then, and if they're there, then we start talking to them, and you guys can sneak in. And if they're not there, then we'll just tell you that they're not there, and you guys can just come in anyways.
yeah,
Okay.
I think that works.
And if we find out their name's Dunkley, you should just like mold it on the ground outside so that Fiona can read it.
Okay. think
Or like I
this-
can make it into a paper airplane and shoot it to her or something. We
Um,
I begin like molding earth and doing like check marks like in the earth, like farther and farther and farther, and then once it gets to 30 feet, I look at Hattie, and I like point, and then I point down, and then I write in the earth. That's as far as it can go.
Alright, well, Fiona, if you see the earth getting big, walk over to it, figure out the name. It'll be 30 feet from the house.
Sounds good.
All right, I think we have our game plan.
Two lowest charisma based characters go into the house. Let's go.
Perfect.
How else would we do it?
I don't really think I have charisma.
I have a little.
Do?
I'm dead even when it comes to charisma.
What?
That goose egg.
If we want to shake it up a little bit
You have a
and
lot.
switch ourselves around? Yeah.
Okay, well, I just sent Esmeralda with them because she's strong. In case things go wrong. But, yeah.
Well, I'm strong, so she can go with you guys to help get the kids out. And then Val can come with us and maybe help us not suck at talking to people so much.
Okay. So yeah, we send Esmeralda can come with us, and then Val will come with you two.
All right.
Alright, so we just walk on in, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Someone
And then
time that we should knock. Should we knock? Should we just go in?
You kick down the door.
no. I think we should do like a light knock, like a little rat-a-tat.
And what does it
Yes.
sound like?
What does it sound like?
It sounds like
Why are you obsessed with knocking?
I just one day Discord's gonna have an update, and we're gonna be able to hear it.
Weekly, I have to imagine Alice knocking.
I don't want to intrude on anything.
Okay. So go ahead and move the character, whoever's up by the door. Go ahead and move them
But
up there.
I want to reiterate, this is like the lightest of knock.
The lightest of knocks.
A pitter patter.
Have you tried to make the sound? Like with your voice?
Oh.
Oh, that was light.
Just to see if there's like anyone in the room right directly behind it who would answer.
What a ragtag group of heroes.
Seriously.
Do I say open on the door?
Nobody answers in like
Yeah, the hags are all out right now.
10 seconds. I say we go in.
Someone answers. But we could see inside. It's the other one. Door. Just we want this one. I believe. The way to see inside it.
Oh, the door's open. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to figure out this map a little bit because this is annoying. That it's all stacked on top of each other. I thought that it was gonna be separate maps. Okay, so light knock. The door opens.
Sick.
It is Morgantha. Granny. She Kenna, you can use the green.
I did.
You zoom in.
Yep.
Okay, you can use the green thing. Do the bottom floor, which should have like a wheelbarrow kind of in the center of it.
Yep.
It's Morgantha. She smiles. It's Granny. Oh, you're back. Are you here to purchase more of my pastries?
Well, we had a problem we were hoping you could help us with.
Oh, certainly, dearie. What can I do to help?
My friend here lost his voice.
Oh, oh my. Well, that's certainly a problem, isn't it?
Can we come in?
Well, certainly. She steps aside
Oh.
and allows you to enter. Yeah, I was trying to find like an old lady.
You have like a weird horse head.
I know. Why do we have that? But I can't just find like a grandmother. But I could also find like a fucking cat person with ripped abs. There's also
I don't know.
Jarnathans in here.
I
There's
don't
also
know,
a Sphinx.
I'm upset the Jonathan sticker you got me is on my old desk.
Mine's on my new desk.
Dude, your office got a Vornado?
My old one, yeah.
Oh, nice.
It's like the first Vornado ever.
Really? Like,
And It's
Version
still awesome.
1.0.
Yeah, one of my coworkers farted in the conference room today, and everyone responded by explaining that their eyes were watering.
oh,
So I like set that next to me on an office chair, and it just like oscillated, like blowing against all of them.
yeah.
And at no point did I get a single whiff.
Dude, that's perfect.
Nice.
Yeah, it was like a shield.
Yeah, I just have to find time to go to Costco when Alex isn't there.
Oh, you didn't buy it?
No, I didn't buy it.
It was in your hands, dude, and it was $37.
It looked so good.
Where would you put it? We have a
Anywhere.
standing fan right now. We don't have anywhere to put it.
I'd find something to put it on. I'd put it on your little dresser thing over there.
No.
Perfect.
Or I'd put it on my bedside table.
There you go. And then it'll be directly on your face.
That's fine.
Point it down at you. And then I'll get another
Man.
extra blanket. Actually, I'll get a tent. I'll take Missy's idea and get a tent.
Maybe like
And
one of
a
those
heated
that, like,
blanket.
like
That was actually hilarious.
Blind?
Use this
Oh,
token for
blind.
now.
something else.
No, it's called a hunter's
Maybe like
blind.
tent or something.
Good thing you have a ghillie suit, and
That also would be bad.
That's when you're like wearing a
Achilles
net and leaves.
No, I'm talking about those things that like people that deer hunt, like sit
That's
on their porch.
that is called a blind.
That's what you
yeah.
use.
She's like, whatever that is, we need that.
Like to hide it. When we were like, oh, sorry, go on.
No, you're fine. Go ahead. Finish.
I was gonna say when we were like 21 and we would like be outside on our porch all the time drinking. We had this friend that bought one of those so he could sit outside with us because he was always so cold. So he would just like sit on our porch in one of those like deer hunting things.
Oh, what a poor fella.
Granny looks at you guys. She says, "Yes, welcome in. Please make yourselves at home. Although I don't quite understand what your friend's lack of a voice has anything to do with a simple peddler."
You know you're not a peddler, Granny. I know you can make deals.
Really?
Yeah.
What deals do you think that I can make? Oh, certainly I could sell pies for gold, silver, copper. Make deals every day.
Make magical deals. You make things happen to people.
She immediately shifts like a tone. You get like a suspicious raise of an eyebrow. Nat 20 at an insight check.
Damn.
She takes a step back. Very suspicious. After a brief period of time of her staring at you, she stands up and she says, okay, yeah. So there's like a brick oven in the room, and she says, "Oh, well, pardon me, just one moment." And she walks over to the oven, opens it. You feel the heat of the oven. She withdraws a tray. You can see that they're the dream pastries that she makes. And she calls upstairs. Girls, it's time to taste the fresh batch. Make a perception check.
Yay.
19.
Glad we brought you, Val.
All I heard was 19 so far. Yeah, sure.
Oh, I got a 6.
Okay. I mean, anyone who's inside.
Oh boy, not good. I got a 9.
Gotcha.
I rolled a 2.
Tough.
Val, the dream pastries don't look done. They look pretty raw still. So you see 2 younger women, look like they could be daughters to Granny, descend down the stairs. Morgantha smiles pleasantly at you. She says, "My daughters are my most valued taste testers. I'm always grateful for their opinions. Folks warn you about old age, but it's true. It can be so difficult to run a business like this on your own. I'm so grateful for them." The 2... Go ahead. No, you.
I was gonna say, Granny, I think that pie needs a little longer in the oven.
Well, I'll let my taste testers be the judge of that. The 2 younger women approach, give you kind of like an awkward, over dramatic curtsy. One of them kind of frowns and exclaims, "Mother, I thought you said you were going to get the front door fixed." She moves across the room to the front entrance and starts like checking out the hinges of the door that seem to be not correct. It's squeaking. It's just driving me mad. And she's moving the door back and forth. You're hearing like a ear, ear. Granny says, "Don't worry, child. I'll make sure those little squeaks come to an end." They turn and look at you on the word squeaks. And assume their true forms. So we're gonna pause here because you're about to do like a pretty intense fight here. So we'll just start next time at the very beginning and assume we'll probably do combat most of the session next time.
What the heck? We weren't trying to be mean to them.
The deception failed so fast.
So
I wasn't trying to deceive them at all.
Taylor, you
Yeah,
feeling better?
there were a few things that could have been done. I am,
Good.
thankfully. How about you? You said you were feeling rough too.
Yeah, I am. I can breathe out of my nose now, so definitely back on the up and up. But Alex is now feeling like crap. So
Mine hasn't been my nose yet. Mine is just like splitting headaches.
oh,
Yeah.
Alex, I feel like you've had the sickest year.
I have had the sickest year. It's ridiculous. Well, this is the first full year I've had, like, in a school that's not either been, like, basically last year, half the year I was in a mask, and the year before, half the year I was in a mask. So I'm getting into the first year teaching where you're just sick the whole time. I also am, like, around, like, half the school at any given week kind of situation.
when you
So,
deal with the little
exposed
kids,
to everybody.
like the third graders, do they come up and give you a hug and like wipe their nose on you? Like,
No, but they don't have any, like, they'll come up and start talking to you, and they're looking up, and then they're like, and so then I, right in your face. I'm like, cool, that could have been in your elbow and not in my face, but
yeah. Randy, how's your
Um,
job? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, we're fine. Good.
No, I was just gonna ask Randy how his job's going.
Are we done recording?
No, we're not, but we are now.